Hello and welcome to today's class. This is the module 2 in our 10-day challenge in this web design and digital marketing bootcamp. And today we'll be looking at the entrepreneurial mindset, right? Embrace the entrepreneurial mindset. A shift from the employee to the entrepreneur, shifting your mindset for digital success. Now, let's talk about mindset, right? Your mindset is actually the real fuel for your digital success. Now, the key thing to focus here is to think like a creator, not a seeker. In our last class, we actually talked about your why, understanding your why, right? Okay, your purpose for embarking upon this journey as a digital entrepreneur, right? But the driver of it, the engine of this whole journey is actually your mindset. What kind of mindset do you have? All right, do you have the mindset of a creator or you have the mindset of a seeker? All right, now let's look at what the entrepreneurial mindset actually means. It's not just about owning a business. All right, when we talk about an entrepreneur and his mindset, it's not just about somebody who owns a business. It has to do with not only ownership but taking initiative. You have to be able to take initiative, create value, bring value to the marketplace, and also solve problems for people. The product or the service or the idea you're bringing to the marketplace should be able to create value and solve problems for people. Now, let's look at the two different thinking or mindset patterns between an employee and an entrepreneur. An employee thinks just about, getting a job. I just want a job. But an entrepreneur thinks about creating value and income, both for himself and for other people. All right? An employee waits to get instruction, but an entrepreneur takes initiative and solves problems. An employee is focused on the tasks only, that what he just has to do, the activity at the moment. But an entrepreneur focuses on the results and the outcome. The question an entrepreneur asks himself is, how does this particular task or this particular activity bring about the desired result or outcome for my business and for my customers? All right, that is very important. An employee avoids risks and responsibilities, whereas an entrepreneur embraces responsibility and growth. Okay, so he takes responsibility, and in taking responsibility, he goes into action, and that brings about growth. An employee is limited to one income stream most of the time, but an entrepreneur builds multiple streams of income and opportunity. So as a digital entrepreneur, you have the wherewithal to be able to create different multiple streams of income. All right, and that's why we're learning this. So which one are you right now? Which one do you want to be? Taking a look at your future after this 90-day bootcamp, where would you want to be? Now, why is this shift very, very crucial for your success as a digital entrepreneur? First and foremost, digital clients don't want employees, they want solution. They don't just want the service that you're offering, they want the results that service is going to give them. All right, so your mindset will determine the results more than your skill set. So remember, I talked about your mindset, your skill set, and your tool set, right? So the most important of the three is your mindset, and that is very important. That's why in this 10-day challenge we're having, we're trying to help you shape and get your mindset prepared. You're building a business, not just a portfolio. So you don't just you're not going to be learning the skills just to have a portfolio of skills, but you're actually building a business using all the skills that you've been learning. Now, this shift we are talking about, you don't have to make a big shift at once. You can take it step by step. Every single day you make small shifts in mindset. And if you continue with that over time, you can actually create significant impact. So ask yourself daily, what value can I offer today? What value can I bring to the marketplace? What solution can I offer to someone's problem? All right, remember we said you must know and understand the person that you are serving online. All right, who are your target audience? So how can you bring value to them every single day? All right, then secondly, you have to be able to track your progress, not perfection. Okay, you have to be able to measure your journey. What is not measured cannot be improved upon. So you need to track your progress. And then build habits that support your goal. For most people, they are very good at setting goals. It's easy for them to set goals. But what actually limits them and precludes them from achieving those goals is because they have mindsets and habit patterns that are not in sync with the goal that they have set. All right? So they have a limitation. They actually have their habit patterns going against their ability to be able to do what is necessary to achieve those goals. Right? So shifting your mindset helps you to build better habits that support your goals. Now let's look at 5 ways to develop an entrepreneurial mindset. Firstly, digital clients don't want employees, they want solutions, like I've said. So what are the 5 ways to develop an entrepreneurial mindset? Number 1, focus on solutions, not just problems. What you are bringing is the solution to the problems of the clients or the customers. So you should focus on that. How does your product or service help relieve their pain and solve their problem? Number 2, embrace lifelong learning. Running a business online is not a race to the finish line. It's not a destination, it's actually a journey. So for you to get better at this, you have to embrace lifelong learning. Number 3, take responsibility for your outcomes. As an entrepreneur, you don't have to blame anybody. You don't blame the internet, you don't blame the customers, you don't blame the tools, you don't blame anything. All right, no matter what happens, you must learn to take responsibility for your outcomes and then actually keep improving yourself as you go along. Number 4, don't wait to be picked. Position yourself. On the online space, positioning is everything. All right, so don't wait for someone to come and pick you. Go there in the marketplace, position yourself rightly the way you want them to see you, and of course the rest will take care of itself. Number 5, start before you are ready. Most people are just perfectionists, all right, and that comes with the territory as entrepreneurs. So, but then you don't have to necessarily wait until you're 100% ready. Most people they want to get all the nice gears, the nice tools, and they want everything in place, premium tools and all that. Well, you don't necessarily need all that, right? Just start from where you are and keep going and learning and improving as you go along. All right? So what's the next step? We have a workbook which is going to be dropped on the platform, and you're expected to jump on that workbook right now and then do the exercise. All right? Practice helps you to actually internalize the lessons that you're learning in this series. All right, that's why it's called a challenge. So after each video there is an exercise, a challenge, something for you to do. Okay, so when you work on the workbook, share your mindset shift in the group, the WhatsApp group. We'd like to know, how has this lesson helped you change your mindset, shift your mindset? All right, and then of course you can go ahead and share someone else on. That's why we're here. That's why we're a community. All right, so that's it on shifting your mindset from the employee to the entrepreneur. And I hope you got value from this. I'll see you tomorrow.